So today's not a filming day, but this I'm counting it as extra because basically what happened is that I was planning to do a video, like the day before yesterday, and where in the video I was gonna kind of basically read you my diary, but then I forgot to. Sorry, I got the hiccups. But then I forgot to. And I have a reminder app on my iPad. Love it so much. Don't know why I would do without it. It saved me so many times because I'll forget, that I have to, film a video on a certain day or something. And it will remind me and I'll be like, oh wait, I have to film a video today. Better get on that. And then yesterday, the iPad was dead. And since in my reminders app, there's one that's called a list title I love that has my crush's name. That's my diary, but now I got a notebook that I'm switching to. And so, the iPad wasn't charged yesterday, so I couldn't. And then today, I kind of don't think I should until I get fully switched to the notebook. But yeah, and that way the notebook can be hidden in somewhere and no one is allowed to go in it, So this is a kind of a 2-in-1 video I'm excited for, which is I'm going to be teaching you a dance routine that I kind of came up with. And I'm going to be recommending a song to you because I can't play the song because of copyright, but I can recommend it to you. And I'm also doing kind of a dance Q&A in this. So the song that I'm going to teach you 2 different routines. So the first one is something that is more advanced. Both of these routines are more advanced but will give you stuff to work on. If you can't do it, I can do pretty much all of these. But first I'm going to start off with a question, and the question is your body type. Do you have a dancer body? And I came up with all of these questions. And the answer to that is no. I work extra hard with my dancing because I don't have the dancer's body. I'm short. I'm short. I'm very much short. Or I don't have, the gorgeous long legs. And I'm kind of fat. And that's fine. I'm allowed to say that about me. And for me, all of my family oh, you shouldn't say that, you're perfect, and I'm just let me admit it. I'm admitting my mom had told me I'm fat, and that's fine. I love that. I like that someone is telling me, in a nice way. And so for me, I work extra hard. So I'm at night, before I go to bed, and I'll literally just be in bed. And with my legs straight, and I'll point them and then flex. I point and flex them a couple of times because it seems to help lengthen my legs and help me with the gorgeous legs. And I work extra hard because I don't have the dance body. So now I'm going to teach you this routine. This routine, some of it's more advanced, so you might have to work on it, but then there's some pieces that are super, super simple. So the routine is entitled, so I like to title my routines because it's fun just coming up with names. So I entitled this routine as I won't give up. That's what I titled this routine, and is titled I Won't Give Up. And I came up with that title because this dance is kind of about how I won't give up on my dreams. I keep forgetting to tell you, I came up with the fandom name finally. So my entire time of doing social media, I have been wanting to come up with a fandom name. Even Bella has one. Bella's fandom name is Bella Bugs because that relates to kind of something. Because in her family, like some people in our family would call her Bella Bug, and so that's kind of her fandom name. So my fandom name, for a while, I couldn't find anything that I liked. At one point we tried the Andy Fan Squad. That kind of worked, but then I was able to say Lolly and like tell you I'm Lolly. That's not my actual name. It's my nickname, but everyone calls me by that anyway, so that works out. Because literally no one calls me by my actual name. Like, not even doctors anymore. Like, everyone just calls me Lolly. So yeah, then I went like, well, easy fix, just change it to Lolly Fan Squad. But I went like, that just didn't have an eye-catching thing. So you guys are called the Dreamer Squad. Because we don't give up on our dreams, and it's perfect. I announced this on Instagram the other night. And realized, oh wait, I keep forgetting to tell you. So this routine is titled, I Won't Give Up, because I won't give up on my dream. And I do this song to the song Unstoppable. Wait, I should probably check each. Because I'm pretty sure this might actually be the other. I'm pretty sure I'm sorry, I keep a playlist and sometimes, like in this case, it's like, I check YouTube because I have playlists and there's one entitled Dance Songs and on there is a song. Okay. So YouTube is not. My phone doesn't work well with heat. Sorry, I'm checking something. Okay. So, yeah, this one is actually to the song Fight Song. Because I literally remember this one to the song Fight Song because it's kind of about coming back and how you can't stop me. And that's just a good song. I actually learned a routine to Fight Song, but then and I don't remember it at all. Like, here's the thing, I don't remember my dance routines from dance class, and I remembered, like, the other day that we filmed them all on the tablet. Well, my dad filmed them all on the tablet, so I was going to go back not showing you because copyright reasons music was playing, like, different things, and things I don't know if people would want to be on camera or not. Like, pretty much. So I went back on the tablet once we got charged, and it was erased, so we have nothing on that tablet, like no photos, no nothing, and like we had to set it up to the internet, like, so yeah, we can't do that. So this is to fight song. This is more challenging because there is a turn combo in there and some stuff that's more advanced, and I will be giving you modification or things that you can do in case it's too advanced. So we're gonna switch this around. We're gonna scoot you back. Okay. So you're gonna start on your knees. And this, I like to say, is almost like, I try to make it like contemporary, but it kind of. So, on your knees, point your feet, obviously. Hands on your thing. And then you're gonna go up, up. And then you're gonna look and like slowly bring it in. And then then you're gonna step up. Now that's something that's not as advanced that anyone can do. So you're gonna like step up, but when you step up, both legs should be bent. Step up into arabesque. Now that's more advanced. And then 2 turns. 1, 2. But you can travel your turns. I'm not very good at turns right now because I'm on the mat and I'm still getting. This is like a like different type of mat, and basically it's really different to turn on, and I'm still getting used to it. Also, I'm really bad at turning in place, so 2 turns. So if you are not as advanced, you can do 1 turn. If you are really if you can do 2 turns, then 2 turns. If you don't have your arabesque, I made a video teaching you how to get your arabesque and what worked for me on getting it. So yeah, go watch that video. Then once you finish your turn, you're gonna like switch. Wait, so let me really get them. So you're gonna got it like basically. Okay, so you're gonna start right here. I'm right here. You tend to get whatever, and then you're gonna leap and switch sides, landing back. You're basically like doing a half turn, I'm pretty sure. It let me check some. Okay, that's just the lights. For a second I saw some on my wall, and I got like I was confused on what was, but it's just my lights. So then, after then you're gonna then you're gonna turn one arm up, leg straight down, and look. Then you're gonna be like way over to the and then you're gonna basically just leap. And then this is when you gotta use your power, and cause then you're gonna stop, and when you turn, you're turning, and your arms are like this. And then you're gonna weight to the floor. So weight to the floor, point feet, and then this is where it's a little lap dance. And then I gotta show you one more position. Hold and then wrap around. Now that takes some flexibility. So that's something that you can constantly work on. For that, I don't really have tips to get that. For me, I just kind of kept working at it and slowly. The only tips I can really give you for that is really spread your feet apart. And I gotta let my dog in. Come on, Sam. Sam. So yeah, you really gotta work on. And this routine isn't the full song, but I do it to fight song. I like it. You smell like the food that you were eating. Your breath does. I love it. Yeah, and to spread your feet apart and really, like get on your toes is what I'm saying. Like what I mean by that is like, okay, I'm gonna show this. See how like my toes are literally like this? So I'm really up on my toes. I'm really getting up and on my toes. Yeah, so you really want to get up on your toes, and you really want your legs to be spread apart because it makes it easier to grab. Now that doesn't look all that like cool, but it really is cool once you're doing it because of the flexibility. And for me, yeah, getting to that point was like really hard. My baby Sam here right now, apparently. You just want me to pet your little head? Okay. Oh, right. He's behind that ear. Give me some now. But yeah. Now I'm going to answer a little question, which is, does flexibility come easy and to you? And the answer to that is no. I actually work really hard on my flexibility, and it doesn't come easy to me. This was a question that I wanted to really answer because of the reasoning that someone actually asked me like a couple of weeks ago. They commented on my Instagram post on me doing the flexibility post that I have. In a minute I'll show you. And they were like, flexibility must come easy to you. And I'm like, no, it shockingly doesn't. No. So yeah, that's like the second question that I'm in. So I don't have the dancer's body and I don't have flexibility, but I work hard at it. So next time, I'm going to show you your position. Lay on your hip, and this you really get way back to your feet. Really point that way and bring it as close to you as possible. down and roll over here and come up. And then you're gonna step up arabesque. Now, something that I like to do when I step up into arabesque like that is I like to go up on relevant, but that do not do unless you are advanced enough, because I couldn't even do that for a while. Like, that's something that I'm just now being able to, like, do without falling. And I make it really quick, because it gives it something extra. I'm actually gonna mark something off. Where is right? Okay. Alright, I was marking that off because it's basically, so for those who don't know, at the beginning of this year, 2021, I made a bunch of these papers, basically just a bunch of goals and that I wanted to complete this year. So like kind of basically like New Year's resolutions. And one of them was do little things that make your dancing so much better looking. And I realized that I was doing that, and so I get the freedom to mark it off. And because sometimes little things, like just little extra things, like going up on relay, or just little here and there things, make your dancing look so much better, even though it's sometimes I like to call it a dance hack, a way to like ATM. I love you. Yes, I love you. My big Sam. Yes, I know you happy. You got to see family yesterday and other people. Yeah. Yeah. Then I'm gonna talk about something in a few minutes. But first I was gonna show you the other routine, but I don't think I feel like it today. I don't have the time because I have to get back to the in front. I'll kind of give you a walkthrough of a general idea of the second routine. So when you go up onto releve in arabesque, I use relevation and just little things that make the dancing look so much better, even though I like to consider them dance hacks because sometimes it's like a way to cheat in dance. Like, but you're not actually doing anything bad like cheating. So pretty much what it is. And it's like little things that, so like if you can't maybe let's say, trying to think here. It's like a way of saying, like, if you're really good at doing, like, these extra little things, like going up into arabesque on releve, you can incorporate that in your dancing sometimes. So if you're like, let's say you're not the best at something, or your dance kind of is starting to like, it's not the best that you could have done, you know, and you want to like win like the judges over again, throwing something like this, like going up on releve in your arabesque, it makes your dancing look really impressive, even though you're not doing much of anything extra, but it's that little extra that just makes it look like you're doing a lot more than what you are. So then you're gonna, I like to call it a switch. I don't know the 10. And switch. Now with this, you take your, I like to do left leg in front, right leg in back. And then you switch to your right leg in front, left leg in back. And then arm up, slow down, and down. And that's the routine. Now I'm gonna move you over here for Q&A. Okay, Q&A portion. So the next question is, when is I Wish I Told Him Sooner coming out? The answer to that is March 22nd. So on March 21st, I am setting up the premiere. Well, my dad will probably do that, because I'm excited for it, but I'm also nervous, because it's an exciting thing. Like, it's been fun. I still have like 2 more scenes to film. Possibly 3. I'll say that because I'm about to get to that. So yeah, it's an exciting, fun thing, and it's just been a really great experience. But it's also very nerve-wracking in the sense it could easily backfire and completely destroy my entire career, pretty much. And destroy everything that I work for, or it could do really good. In a way, I'm going to be sad when it's done, because it's been such a fun experience, and just working with people, and it's just been so different, but so fun, that it's just going to be kind of sad when it's all done. So the next thing is the Bella complications with that. This is what I'm talking about. So basically, Bella hasn't really taken this seriously, and it's kind of getting on my nerves, because it's like, it's annoying, because I thought of all people, Bella would be the easy one, but no. What I mean by not taking it seriously, it's like when I first started writing the song, I got Bella on board. Literally, before the song was even finished being wrote, I had half of it done at the point that I was liking it, you know. Then like at this point, like I was figuring out science was going good, and then I got a hold of Bella. Her and her friend were like on board. They liked it. I was like, great, you know. And I got excited because it was like, it wasn't just me and Bella. It was her friend. Oh, don't think her friend's doing it. I don't know. If she wants it, she can. And just have, like, if she's watching this, and have Bella send me just like a 30-second video that you created or something, and I will put it in just like, because I'm pretty sure that same friend watched my channel. So if you are doing it, then just have Bella send in the video. If you aren't, then, and it's fine. And so then I'm like, well, I should finish writing the song. That's like the first priority. Finish writing the song so we have something to produce and put out. Then it was just complicated at that point. But then I finally got I got other people on board, and I literally texted Bella that day. I went like, hey, you need to FaceTime me this Saturday. It's not just me and you doing this. It's me, you, and 6 other people. 5 or 6 other people. And she's like, I didn't really hear from her at first, but that was fine because it wasn't Saturday. And basically at the point I went we're doing rehearsal because Bella is the person that has to do rehearsal. And because Bella is doing a big part. She's doing a big part. She's doing a big part in the video, and it's I can't give it away though what part she's doing. Actually, I'm going to the one because now I feel like it's close enough to react. She's playing a younger version of me. So me when I was 8 or 9 years old. But now I might have to change that, and I'm annoyed because here's why. So pretty much then, and it was just a lot of work, and she basically, I got a hold of her that Saturday, and she went sorry, I know I said today we were doing it at 1 o'clock, but she went I'm going to a friend's house, my mom has to work, and I'm okay, no big deal. We'll just do it tomorrow, cause at least she told me, she told me why. I'm reasonable, not a big. Then the next day, I couldn't get a hold of her, and I'm that's when I started getting upset because this isn't a joking around thing. I feel like she thinks that, if I don't FaceTime her, I'm still doing it because it's Lolly. Lolly will let me do it, no problem. And she'll let me do it. She won't be upset. She'll be fine. And I'm nah, that's not what's gonna. And yes, I do love Bella. I will always love Bella. I will always love our friendship. But I'm not gonna let her get away with it. So at that point, I went well, I have to do something. I can't let her just get away. And so I finally made the decision. I'm gonna have a good talk with her, see what that does. Because I don't want to pull a scene unless it was necessary. So then I started talking to her, and then basically at this point, I didn't really know what, at this point I didn't really know, what was gonna go on, so I talked to her, I got a hold of her, we had a good talk, and I basically explained, hey, you need to, hold up on your end. I already did one of your jobs of coming up with the title. So then, and I went well, now she kind of understands me. We can move on. Good. And basically, I haven't heard from her since. But I heard from her twice since then. And, 3 times. So, the first time we talked for the first time, so yeah, it was 4 times. So the first time we filmed a video, we got that up, and then the second time was somewhere, I'm pretty sure the next day or something. And we just talked for 2 minutes, and then her phone was dying, so we couldn't talk for very long. But for like 2 minutes, and we talked for like 2 minutes, to kind of catch up. At that point, we weren't really talking much. Every time we would talk, it was like always like either social media stuff, pretty much. It was never like, oh, we talk and like hang out as friends. So we wanted to like get 2 minutes in, like we did. And then and months later, so like I want to say this was maybe almost 2 months ago, I made the decision to cut a scene, and soon after I heard from her, but pretty much she was gonna be doing 3 scenes, 3 30-second scenes, she was having this big part, and then basically, then what happened was I heard from her, and she texted me, I'll FaceTime you later, or I'm cleaning my room right now. And I'm like, okay. Heard from her, we can get things straight. Because if she's willing to take this seriously and if she's willing to apologize to me and be like, hey, I'm sorry for not taking it serious, and she continues to take it serious, she can have that scene back. Then pretty much, so I waited, and never heard from her. Then until, I want to say almost a month ago, 2 or 3 days later after that, she replied to me on TikTok because she posted the TikTok like a while ago of like her face peeling off or something, and I wanted to know what was, and she replied to me that was a face mask, and I'm like, okay, I get you, I like a nice face mask. I kind of figured it was, but it was just to see if she would actually reply. And then yeah, pretty much then, and I kind of went like, well, basically I haven't heard from her since, and so finally I came up with the date. March 22nd, we are releasing the music video, and then March 21st, we are setting the premiere thing, and I'm nervous. I'm a nervous wreck, and at this point, I'm just trying to keep it away from the backup dance. That I'm terrified because I already have one nervous backup dance, and I'm like, I don't really have like really nice fans, because at this point, I know none of you have ever said anything bad. The most that you'll do probably if you don't like it is you'll probably just dislike it, but none of my fans have ever said anything bad about this video, and that stuff, and that's great. And so, yeah, so the other day I actually DM them, and I'm gonna read you what I DM them because I want to. So I DM them, we're going to make this amazing, but we are not going to be nervous, and we are going to have fun. because I very respectfully, like, because that seemed like it would fit it the best. Yeah, so at this point, so that's why I DM'd them. And sorry, I'm checking something. Okay, well, pretty much at this point, I, just a little pep talk, because I knew it was getting close to when the music was coming out, and at this point, it's gonna be sad when it's done, like, when it's out, it's gonna be sad because I have had a lot of fun working on, it's been a really nice, fun distraction, but not distraction from me losing my crush, because it's been kind of fun and it's a fun project, but it's also not been fun. It's not been a distraction, is what I mean, because the song is literally about me losing my crush, but it's really good. And then, yeah, at this point, so yeah, pretty much that was kind of a thing. But now the thing with Bella is that at this point, the other night, I made the decision I was going to give her till March 21st. If she did not send her 2 30-second videos, then she wasn't doing it. But I realized that's not going to work, because if she doesn't do it, here's the thing, because it wasn't going to work on my end, because if she decides that she doesn't want to do it, or I don't let her do it because she doesn't reply in time, I'm gonna have to find someone else to do the part, which means that you guys, I will post a picture if she doesn't reply by next Wednesday, because it will be exactly 1 week from yesterday, because I texted her yesterday. It will be exactly 1 week when I told her you have 1 week. I also did text her mom, because sometimes that works on getting a hold of her. And if I text her mom and I'm like, hey, can you have Bella FaceTime me, and sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. So I pretty much at that point, I made the decision. So if she doesn't reply, I'm not saying she will not be doing the music, because if she doesn't reply in time, if she replies a little bit later or something, I'll be nice, I'll let her do it, but she's not doing the big part anymore. That big part will go to someone else. She'll do a different, smaller part that, but there's no small parts. Only a small gratefulness or something like, I like to say, there's no such thing as a small part in a show. It's all about how happy and how excited you are for your part, and so, but someone else will probably take that part. So then, and if she doesn't reply by then, I'm posting something on my Instagram. You all can basically take her part. Just know her part does come with a little bit of choreography, like dancing pretty much. And I'm not, at this point, I'm gonna find the best person to fit it, because the only reason Bella got that part instead of someone was because Bella, first up, she looks the closest to me. We don't look alike, but she looks the closest to me, and I feel like with her, she fit the part, but now someone else will get that part. So and it may not be as good as if Bella did it, but it will still be better. It could be better. Who knows? So yeah.